Yo, what's up, boys? This is like a part 3 to the videos of me headed down to see my parents here on the 24th of December 2024. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I can't believe it's already Christmas tomorrow morning. That's insane. It actually doesn't even feel like that to me. But, you know, that kind of leads me to the next point, which is the 9-to-5 life and how it just gets you on this roller coaster of life. It's just so fast. Like, I tell you what, when I first started working 5 years ago full time, I still have time. I still have like a lot of free time. Nowadays, like, my time is worth so much that like I just don't have, like, I really do have to prioritize what I want to do for fun when I do have that free time. And what is going to push me ahead to the next level? That's literally how I think now. Before, it was just kind of like, oh, I'll just mess around, I'll just hang out, play some video games and all that. And now I'm like, I am so behind, bro. Like, there's so many like things I want to do and need to do. That's like, I don't want to tell God one day, yeah, I just slept my days away. I did nothing, and you know, I didn't try to help anybody's lives or anything. So, yeah, my bad. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. But anyway, my 9-to-5 life goes down like this. I wake up at 6, okay? Work from home till about 7:30, and then I'll go into the office by 8, and then I'm there till about 3:30. Every day. We're not required to go there every day. We're only 30 hours. But, so what I like to do is, instead of just taking one day, you know, off and having to be there 10 hours, I'll split it up between the 4 days. So 2.5 of those hours I can actually work from home, and it's actually been really great. Working out really good for the schedule. I'm able to leave before the sun gets dark, and so it's been absolutely amazing. And, you know, unlike a lot of people I've seen here on YouTube or whatever, I really do enjoy my job. Before, I don't know if I could say the same. It's really just a vibe you feel, the people you work with, the work that you are doing, and technically, we're all making a difference, right, in our jobs. If you're working at Walmart, you're making a difference, because if it weren't for you bringing those carts in, nobody would have carts. So conceptually, we're all helping each other and making a difference, but it is, what do we really want to do? And so for me, I really enjoy my job. I can't talk about it because it's honestly like more top secret than anything, and it's kind of frustrating, but it is something I enjoy. And you know, I worked hard to get there. So what I will say is that hard work does pay off. As long as you're willing to go that extra mile that others aren't, you're going to be just fine. And you'll find a way, especially if it's important to you. I always find that, like, if something isn't important to you, you're going to find a way around it. You know, unless the pain is so great. Like, I've been diagnosed with, like, diabetes now, that I have to make a change or I will die, then no one's going to change. And that's fine. I'm not telling you should or shouldn't. I mean, technically, yes, I am. But who am I to say, right? You can do whatever you want. free world. You know, that triggered another thought. You have to love people in such a way where that person you love feels free. There's a little side tangent to relationships, but, you know, I think that's a huge benefit. Because God loves us in a way where, what? We can do whatever we want. We have free will. We can, you don't want to be with me? Fine. You're free to go. And that's how I think relationships should be as well. It's like, look, I'm here. I love you. If you don't want to be with me, that's fine. You don't hold them down. You don't say you will be with me. You know, nothing weird like that. But anyway, that's a side rant. That could be for another video. But yeah, you got to find something you enjoy. And I know it's tough. I know my brother was doing Amazon delivery for a bit there, and that is no easy task. He was telling me what it's like, and it's just not fun. Sounds easy. Oh yeah, I'll just deliver packages. Next thing you know, it's like 200 packages later, and you're just like, my feet hurt. And you got to do that day in and day out, and you're not really getting paid that much for it either. And so it's one of those jobs that's like a revolving door where people come in and then they leave and come in and leave, that kind of thing. And it's just the way it is. But, you know, one thing I've learned about this 9-to-5 life is we've got to utilize the maximum amount. We've got to squeeze like an orange or a lemonade or something, lemons, to make lemonade, that all of our time. And we've got to account for all of it as well. Because when we can account for our time and we can account for the food we're eating, right? Tracking our calories and our macros, we're going to be able to dial in everything that we need to be successful. 100%. And it's such an amazing feeling to know that, and then to do it, and then see the results. Because if you don't see the results, do you think you're going to continue to do it? Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, if I was at something for 10 years and didn't change a thing, yeah, I'd probably quit too. But that's called the definition of insanity. So we've got to continue to evolve and to change and to try new things and to be better. And this self-development journey, guys, is something that is always on the move. It's a moving target, okay? You're never going to fully get actualized that I'm now the best person that I can possibly be. Look, we're all chasing that, but we can always be better. And I think that's just the goal. And once you know that, it's okay. But it's never like, I've arrived at the best version possible. That's never going to be the case. There's always one more thing you can do. Okay, why do you think companies have goals for you? Where it's like, you know what? Let's put down on our goal list, like, what is your personal goals? That's literally what I get a bonus on, is my goals. How are you improving? Because a lot of times you want to promote, right? And if they're not going to give you a promotion just because you wanted one, it's going to be, what did you do? What more did you do than what was required for your job? That's going to allow for that promotion to take place, for that extra bonus cash that you want, right? But if you don't care about your work, or you're trying to scrape by doing bare minimum work, you really think you're going to, like, get a promotion? I mean, maybe, but that's what I call failing upwards. And, you know, that happens a lot, but I don't know. I think we need to be really passionate about what we do, and it shows. Managers know. You know, and if you have a bad leader, well, one thing I can say is management does change. So always keep that in mind, that, you know, it's not always, oh, this person's always going to be here. Like, they change around. Like, my management has changed like 5 times in the last 5 years. Right now we got a really good manager, but, you know, that doesn't mean it's always going to be this way. And the other thing is that people always think the grass is greener on the other side. You know, you hear it everywhere. Well, I'm thinking about quitting. And doing what? You know? Do you even have a plan? Or is it just your feelings that are taking over, and your emotional outbreaks that are going to, like, cause you to, like, make some rash decision that you're going to regret? You know? People just don't think. And so it's just insane to me. You hear that in the engineering space. You hear that in the Amazon delivery space. Everywhere. Well, I just don't know if it's for me. Okay, what is for you? But they haven't even done any thinking as to what is for them. You know? And so when you can think about it analytically, you know what? This is what I want to do. And you can chase that down. Drive it down to completion. You're going to be a lot better moving forward. One of the things I've learned from work is how to organize my time and how to, like, constantly be evolving and changing things up. And I think that's one thing I'm going to really utilize doing things, especially here and everything else I do, is that if you're passionate about it, and because my manager is super passionate about the work that he does, so much so that he, like, uses his own money to invest in stuff for the company, that I can see that. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And so if we're able to do that and to bring that into here, then we just bring the skills over. And so what I would implore you to do is, even if you don't like your job, okay, and we know it's tough, we got bills to pay, we got animals to take care of, our kids, okay, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, family members. Priorities is huge. Time management is massive. And if you can free up your time, then you can do more things that you want to do. And we all know that. You know, we had this cats, and it was taking a lot of time. It was taking a lot of time in my mind, stressing me out mentally because of everything that was going on with them. And I was like, we got to do something here. So what do? We wrote everything down. We literally wrote down a pro and con list as to why we should keep them and why we shouldn't. And the negatives on that one won out. And honestly, I feel really good about it, because sometimes you really got to trust your gut feeling and what your emotions are feeling in that moment. But you can't just act on those emotions. You've got to write them down so you logically can see it, and then you can move forward with it. At least that's what's worked for me in the past. But yeah, I know it's tough working out here, and then some of these companies don't even want to pay like you full time, right? Like 40 hours, because then they have to pay you benefits, and they don't want to do that. So some of you guys out here be working 2-3 jobs, you know, just to make it. And it's tough because you're in a hard spot, because you can't just go back to school full time, because you got a lot of stuff you got to pay for, like maybe your apartment, your house, something. And it can be tough. You know, I talk to a lot of older people that are like, yeah, I'm thinking of going back to school. And I'm like, oh yeah? What do you want to do? And they're like, I don't know. So you guys got to find out what you really like to do. I don't know what that is for you. Maybe you like talking to people. Maybe you like customer service. Okay, that's HR. It's stuff like that. Human resources. Maybe you like numbers, accounting, finance, engineering, something like that. You know, I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up on my YouTube about guys in their mid-20s don't know what they're doing with their lives, still living at home. Guys, we've got to do better than this. You know, when I made a comment on a Facebook group the other day, and the guy like went off on me because I told him, because he's like, I think the question was like, what is the worst thing about being single? And like his response was like, the fact that knowing that other men are better than me or whatever. And I said, bro, you can't have that mentality. You know, you're going to get left in the dust, basically. But there's still time. And he just went off. He was like, I didn't mean to comment to be insulted and all this. I'm like, sounds like a you problem. I'm here to help you out, bro. Because one of the biggest motivators for men is shame. And, you know, I try not to do too much of that, because I like to come with you guys more with, like, encouragement. But at the same time, I do like doing a little bit of hard love sometimes, because it's important to get that point across that you gotta wake up, bro. I'm here to slap your face around. Like, let's go. It's time to wake up. It's time to be a man. It's time to learn what it is that nobody's coming to save you. That the girl will leave you in 2 seconds. They don't care. There's another guy in their DMs anyway. Wouldn't be that difficult for them to do. So if you're a young man watching this, I'm 28. I don't know all the answers, okay? Don't think I know everything. But I do know quite a bit. I've been through a little bit. And so far it's worked out in my favor. Don't think anything stupid, you know, growing up, and just keep the track. Some of us want to like get out of the rat race mindset, and I get it, but like I said earlier, we got to have the job to fund that. And ideally, we want to have the time to money ratio. So if you're not making I'd say at least 30 an hour, you're not going to have enough money for anything extra. That's just the way it is. We got another state trooper over here. They're out today. They're like, I have to work New Year or Christmas Eve. I'm gonna be giving out tickets because I'm mad. Just stay behind this guy. But anyway, boys, this video's getting a little long. Just wanted to talk a little bit about that and go from there. So we'll be hitting the gym later. Not today, and not even tomorrow, but probably Thursday, Friday. Keep going on our goals. Alright? In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your realities. And I'll see you in the next one.